Today on RVN World News, we examine the growing mutant menace. It's a concern of worldwide proportions. This scene took place in Russia 2 weeks ago as a young mutant stood in defiance of the military. And in the Far East, the authorities attempted to quell an uprising at a mutant camp, but they had little success.
We interrupt this newscast with a breaking story. A young woman named Allison Cressmere was identified as a mutant. The Genetic Research and Security Organization is now responding to that report, but a mob has formed and tempers are flaring.
Help! Somebody help me! Mom! Mom! I'm not a mutant! I swear I'm not!
Bob, grab the girl and get out of here!
Get out of my way! Come here, you! Mind if I cut in?
Stop! Stop! Stop fighting! Stop it right now! Stop! Stop!
Freeze, mutie!
Hey, bub, you should have called in sick today.
Super combo!
Am I playing too rough for you?
This body getting bigger, stronger.
Hey, Wolverine.
What are you waiting for? Come on! What's going on here? You're finished, Mystique. Give up.
Fool! You think I came here alone?
I will annihilate you!
You know what you're doing. I'm the best at what I do.
No! Ha! You're one of the mighty X-Men!
The game's over, X-Men! Extreme combo!
Shabby, is it? Wolverine, someday, some way, I'll see you die.
You're done, darling, and I ain't even broken a sweat. Where's Blob taking the kid?
She's ours now, Wolverine. You'll never see her again.
We'll get her back, Mystique, even if we have to cut down each and every one of you Brotherhood psychos. What's so special about her?
The Crestmere child has her uses.
You always got some plan brewing, don't you, Mystique? It's time to save Allison.
You'll never catch Blob!
Hey, Wolverine.
You are destined to lose, X-Men!
This shouldn't take too long. Why did I just step in? Oh, right, you.
This is where I belong.
The game's over, X-Men!
Oh!
Get this guy away from me!
Hey, come back here!
Don't take another step closer, Blob.
Try and stop me, Cream Puff!
This is starting to lose its charm.
Did you slip on
Don't tell me how to act. It disgusts me.
so hard?
Now get Alice into the X-Jet. I'll meet you there. Got it.
It had to come down to this.
The game's over, X-Men! I will annihilate Super Combo!
This is ever so much fun.
Well, if you say so.
You are destined to lose, X-Men!
is all this happening to me?
Allison, it's okay.
Things were fine until last week. I got mad at my little brother and suddenly the ground started to shake. I knew it was my fault, but I didn't want to admit it.
Your powers are becoming active, which...
Things have only gotten worse. That lava in the street? I made it happen. I'm becoming a mutant.
There's nothing wrong with...
And that woman? She was gonna make me join something called the Brotherhood. She could come after me again. Anytime!
Allison, you couldn't be in safer hands. We're the X-Men. Professor Xavier, I'd like you to meet Allison Crestmere.
Hello, Allison. Welcome to the Institute. How are you?
A little confused, but I'm okay.
That's understandable. Perhaps Jean could take you on a tour of the mansion, or would you prefer that I show you the true purpose of the Institute in the sub-basement?
Why was I brought here?
You were brought here for your own protection. The people who attacked you in New York City were members of the Brotherhood of Mutants. They can be extremely dangerous.
So they could come after me again?
Perhaps. Which is why it would be best for you to stay at the mansion, at least until we determine exactly why the Brotherhood attempted to kidnap you.
Are you the leader of the X-Men?
I prefer to think of myself as their mentor. I leave team leadership to Cyclops or Storm.
But you brought them together, right?
Yes. I started with Cyclops and several others. As time passed, I found more mutants who were capable of handling the responsibilities of being an X-Man.
Who's the Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood is an unruly collection of mutants who consider themselves above humanity. They operate outside the law and use their abilities to further their misguided desires.
But what do they want?
They've labeled themselves Homo Superior and believe they will inherit the Earth, but they are far from meek.
I'd like Jean to show me around.
It would be my pleasure. As you move from room to room, I'll give you a little information on the X-Men.
Once you're done with Jean's tour, come back here and I'll show you the sub-basement.
Lead the way, Allison. Did you have a question, Allison?
This house is too cool. Who owns it?
The Xavier Mansion is owned by Professor Charles Xavier. Once it was his family's estate, but he had bigger plans.
Looks as if it hasn't changed since it was first built.
Oh, it's had quite a bit of remodeling over the years, but we're very fussy about keeping things as close to the original design as possible.
This place is huge. What kind of things are here?
The mansion has dormitories for the students, a swimming pool, a library, and a huge lawn should you feel the need to stretch your legs.
Who's Professor Xavier?
Professor Xavier, or Professor X as some call him, is the founder of the X-Men, but perhaps more importantly, he's a teacher.
What subject does he teach?
Humanities. He's trying to help mutants and non-mutants learn that they can live together peacefully.
So, Professor Xavier's a mutant too?
Oh yes. He's the most powerful telepath alive.
Thanks. I'll ask again if I need more info.
Welcome to the Xavier Institute, Allison.
This place is huge. What is it?
This is the Xavier Institute, a school where mutants learn to control their abilities, as well as discovering more about themselves and their place in the world.
A school for mutants? I didn't know there was such a thing.
The fact that the students are mutants is kept secret for everyone's protection. In addition to being a school, the mansion is also home to the X-Men.
Cool. I've heard of the X-Men. What room is this?
The library is one of the most popular rooms in the house. There's a wide variety of literature here, from Shakespeare to comic books. It's an interesting mishmash of styles, kind of like the X-Men.
Who are you?
My name is Jean Grey, and I've been an X-Man most of my life.
Today, in New York City, were you talking to people with your thoughts?
Yes. My mutant abilities deal with telepathy and telekinesis.
You're a mutant?
Yes, I am. You'd be hard put to find someone around here who isn't.
I didn't think there were many people like me.
Our numbers are growing, and it's nothing to be ashamed of, Allison. Even though there are a few people who would like you to be.
You're telepathic?
I have the ability to read minds and communicate mentally.
And telekinesis means you can list stuff with your thoughts, right?
Exactly. I've grown quite powerful at it over the years, but I doubt I'll ever master it.
Thanks for the info.
Classes are held here, Monday through Friday. The students receive a full curriculum in math, history, physics, and a wide variety of other topics. This is the sitting room. It's a great place to kick back and relax. Needless to say, this room doesn't get a lot of use by the X-Men. Believe it or not, we do take the time to sit down every once in a while and have a meal together, just like any other family.
I can't picture any of the X-Men actually cooking a meal.
You haven't lived till you've tasted Pete's barbecue or Betsy's Cornish hen. This is the day room. It's beautiful, isn't it? There are times I find it hard to believe there's a high-tech underground level beneath this grand old mansion.
An underground level?
Oh yes, but I'll leave that part of the tour to Professor Xavier. This is the first floor elevator. From here you can go to the second floor, or the sub-basement.
I'll skip it for now. In an old house like this, I bet it's just full of cobwebs.
You'd think that, wouldn't you? Did you have a question?
Thanks.
Did you have a question?
Thanks.
The second floor of the mansion has bedrooms for many of the X-Men. Feel free to wander around and look in the rooms. This is the second floor elevator. From here you can go to the first floor, or the sub-basement. This room belongs to Scott Summers. You met him in New York, the guy with the optic blasts? He was the very first X-Man, and he's the team leader.
Oh yeah, I remember him. He's kinda cute.
And he's kinda spoken for.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
I'm just teasing, Allison. Scott and I have been together forever. I'm lucky to have him. This is my bedroom. I've lived here off and on since I was a teenager. The X-Mansion is pretty much the only real home I've ever known. This is your room, Allison. If you want it. I bet you'd find the mansion a great place to learn about your abilities.
I'm not sure if I want to learn about them. After what happened in New York, maybe it'd be best if I never use them again.
But Allison, if you don't learn to control your abilities now, they could wind up causing far more damage later on.
I suppose you're right. Still, I don't know. Can't do.
This is Hank McCoy's room. We call him Beast, but not as an insult. You'll find out why when you meet him. To look at him, you'd never guess he was such a bookworm. This is Rogue's room. You'll like her. She's a bit of a wild child.
She tends to get into trouble?
Well, Rogue did a few questionable things before joining the X-Men, but she's proven herself to be an invaluable member of our team.
If you don't mind me asking, what can she do?
It's a bit complicated, but her power deals with direct skin contact, which is why she always wears gloves. Aurora Monroe lives here. Her mutant abilities allow her to control the weather, which comes in handy with her favorite pastime, gardening.
Aurora? What a pretty name.
Her code name is Storm. She takes over as leader of the X-Men if Scott Summers isn't around. Bobby Drake stays here. His code name is Iceman.
Let me guess. He makes ice.
He can freeze almost any object instantly. I'd keep an eye on him if I were you. He's a real charmer.
This should be most invigorating.
This room belongs to the ultimate man of mystery, Wolverine. Although he's a bit rough around the edges, Wolvie's the best friend you could ever want, and the worst enemy you could possibly imagine.
Well, if you say so.
This is the home of Peter Rasputin. He's pure Russian, from the top of his crew cut to the bottom of his size 18 feet. You'd never believe a body of steel could house such a gentle heart. Did you have a question?
I'm done with the tour.
If you're done with the tour...
Thanks.
Hello, Allison.
Could you take me on the sub-basement tour?
Yes, indeed. You see, a majority of this facility is underground so as not to attract the attention of those who mean ill will towards mutant kind. It features state-of-the-art training equipment that helps prepare the X-Men for any challenges they may encounter. This is the War Room. From here, we keep a watchful eye on the world for any signs of trouble. This is also where the X-Men meet to formulate combat strategies.
What's that holographic globe?
That is the mission control computer. With it, you can examine and activate any missions that are currently available to the X-Men.
I'll have to take a look at that later.
Very good. Now, would you like a tour of the sub-basement, or would you prefer to explore on your own?
I'd like a sub-basement tour.
Feel free to inspect the rooms. I'll follow along and explain as we go.
This is ever so much fun.
Yes, Allison. What can I do for you?
Hello, my friends.
Oh, I'm not an X-Man. I'm just looking around the war room. Professor Xavier said it was okay. I saw this flashing button marked Muir Island, so I pushed it. Are you having trouble there?
Yes, the Brotherhood stormed through here.
Oh my gosh! Were you hurt?
Me? I'm fine.
Who are you?
My name's Forge.
I bet you've got some kind of mutant power, don't you?
I have the ability to build any type of machine.
What was the Brotherhood doing on Muir Island?
They broke into my workshop and tore the place apart in search of a particular piece of equipment.
What did they want?
They took some experimental equipment that masks mutant DNA from scanning devices.
Why would they want that?
I'm not sure. But while wearing the masking device, even Cerebro would not be able to detect them.
Talk to you later, Forge.
Anytime.
Oh, wow. This is incredible.
Thank you. We're rather proud of it.
What in the world?
This is Cerebro, a machine designed to locate mutants anywhere on the planet.
Is this how you found me?
Precisely. We were able to pinpoint you when your mutant abilities began to manifest themselves several days ago.
This machine must be really powerful.
It is indeed. While wearing that headset, a telepath can feel the heartbeat of almost every sentient being on Earth. It could, potentially, overwhelm an untrained mind, though.
Whoa.
Yes. And in addition, Cerebro keeps detailed files on all known mutants. From within here, I control battle situations that take place in the training room you can see through those windows. The training room has earned the dubious title of the Danger Room.
But the Danger Room looks completely empty.
With the aid of advanced holography, any adversary or environment can be created out of nothingness. The Danger Room can simulate battle situations from the surface of the moon to 1,000 feet below sea level.
Holographs. So nothing in there is real.
Make no mistake, while the enemies in the Danger Room may not be real, the danger certainly is, as the bruises of the X-Men can attest.
What's the console over there?
That is the Danger Room computer.
What's it do?
It is the artificial intelligence created by Beast to run the Danger Room. With it, a student can access any of the training programs available. You may use it later, should you wish.
Sounds kind of scary, but fun.
I'm glad you feel that way, Allison, because I would now like to officially extend you an invitation to join us here at the Institute. Your parents hoped you would stay, to see if we could help you learn to control your mutant abilities.
I don't know. This is all happening so fast.
There's no rush. This is a difficult decision. So for the time being, consider yourself our guest. Feel free to enjoy anything the mansion has to offer. These are the transport tubes, a quick way of getting to the second floor of the mansion.
But I didn't see any entrance to the tubes on the second floor.
They're hidden, since the tubes are only used in emergencies. This is the brig, a highly reinforced area designed to contain practically any mutant.
Do you keep prisoners?
No, not at all, Allison. But there are those rare occasions when we need to detain an individual before handing them over to the proper authorities. This is our medical facility. We've gone to a great deal of trouble to design equipment capable of handling the special needs of mutants. I believe that if necessary, these computers could even perform surgery without supervision.
Big surprise!
This is the laboratory of Hank Bacoy, a gifted scientist and engineer. He was one of my first students at the Institute.
Isn't he the one they call Beast?
Yes, but that code name is a gross misrepresentation of the man. His mind is every bit as strong and agile as his body. It's his technical expertise that keeps the equipment down here running so smoothly. The hangar bay houses the X-Men's main source of transportation. We call it the X-Jet, a state-of-the-art and constantly upgraded aircraft.
Wow, that's cool.
Indeed. We keep the X-Jet prepped and ready to take off at a moment's notice.
Dude.
This should be most invigorating.
Yes, Allison. What can I do for you?
Why, you must be Allison Cressmere. You're even prettier than Jean said you were.
And you are?
My name is Aurora Monroe, but here at the X-Mansion, I'm usually referred to as Storm.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Kenya, Africa, but Professor Xavier asked me to join him here at the mansion.
You're a mutant?
I'm a teacher and a gardener, and yes, I'm also a mutant. I have the ability to control the weather.
No way!
I can make it rain, sleet, or snow. Even lightning. I can also control the wind, which allows me to fly.
Professor Xavier told me about the danger room. What's it like in there?
Stressful and exhilarating. You can never be sure what the professor or beast is going to throw at you.
Aren't you afraid of being hurt?
No. There are safety locks to protect us from serious harm, but the danger room does have a habit of leaving you with a few aches and pains.
I'll see you later.
I hope to see you soon, Allison.
Wow, the scenery around here just improved 100%. Jean said you were cute, but that was the understatement of the century.
You must be Bobby Drake.
Hey, it's nice to see my name's gotten around. Did the other girls tell you what a cool dude I am?
No, but Jean Grey warned me to keep an eye on you.
Oh, well, don't believe everything Jean says. She still hasn't forgiven me for that little incident in the changing room. Man, you enter one room without knocking and you're branded for life.
I've heard you have the mutant power to freeze anything instantly.
Yep, I can drop my body temperature and the air around me to sub-zero temperatures. It lets me cover my body in a protective shield of ice that even bullets can't get through. Pretty wicked, huh?
Yeah, I'll say.
But enough about me. Let's talk about you. It's always nice to meet a new student, especially one as pretty as you.
Thanks, Bobby. But I'm not sure I want to be a student.
Aw, come on. It's a lot of fun. Plus, you learn how to use your powers.
I'm not sure. Being able to generate lava kind of freaks me out.
You get used to having mutant powers. After a while. Eventually, you'll even get to like them.
I hope to see you soon, Bobby.
Oh, you can count on that, Allison.
Hey, y'all. Aren't you the new girl?
Wow, cool costume. You've got to be an X-Man.
That's right, hun. My name's Rogue.
And you're a mutant.
Yup. My power lets me absorb all kinds of things through skin contact. Other mutant powers, memories, even someone's life force if I'm not careful. But it only lasts for a short time and then I return to normal. Or at least as normal as I can be.
Where'd you get that accent?
Come on now, sugar. Y'all don't mean to tell me a Yank like you has never met someone from the South?
I was in New Jersey once.
Well, honey, I grew up in a little town along the bank of the Mississippi River. I'm as southern as mint juleps and magnolia trees.
You're lucky. At least you've got a mutant power that's easy to hide.
Oh, it's not that easy, Allison. I can never touch someone without taking something from them.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Once, I bumped into Nightcrawler and I was blue for a week.
Night who?
Never you mind, sweetheart. You'll know him when you see him.
Talk to you later.
Don't be a stranger, y'all.
Hello, Allison. Are you finding your way around all right?
Yes, I'm just exploring. So you and Cyclops are an item, huh?
It was a long time coming, but yes. Eventually we managed to get together.
But isn't it difficult dating someone when you're a telepath? There'd be no surprises.
Oh, I would never read a person's mind unless I was given permission. But because of my powers, Scott and I have developed a permanent psychic bond.
A psychic bond?
Anywhere I go, I can always feel his presence, just as he can feel mine. I guess you could say we're soulmates.
What's that beam that shoots out of Cyclops' eyes?
It's called an optic blast, and it's powerful enough to punch a hole through carbon steel.
Where does the energy come from?
Scott's body absorbs solar energy and converts it into power for the beam.
Why does Cyclops always wear those glasses?
As a child, Scott was in an accident that damaged his ability to control his optic energy. As a result, his optic beam is constantly active. The only way he can shut it off is to close his eyes.
So his power's kinda stuck in permanent on mode?
Yes. Fortunately, Professor X created a visor with ruby quartz lenses that block the beam. That way Scott can open his eyes without destroying everything in sight. But regrettably, I'll never get to see his eyes because of it.
I should be going now.
Anytime you feel the need for a little girl talk, just let me know.
I'm sorry, miss. My sincerest apologies if I frightened you.
Are you Hank McCoy?
Yes, indeed. Although my codename is Beast, for obvious reasons, I didn't always look like this. My animalistic appearance is due to a further genetic mutation. Aren't you Allison Crestmere? The young lady they aided in New York today?
Yeah. I'm sure everyone's heard of me. I'm the freak who can turn a mini-mall into mini Pompeii.
Allison, my dear, you are most certainly not a freak. You are a mutant, just as I am.
Since you're a scientist, could you explain to me exactly what a mutant is?
It would be my pleasure. You see, Mother Nature has a way of changing life forms, experimenting with them to see what would better help a species to thrive in its environment.
That's evolution, like what Darwin wrote about.
Very good, Allison. Correct. And recently, evolution has decided to endow various humans with an X gene, which is what gives us special abilities. So mutants are really just the next phase in human evolution, and the X-Men strive to be the conscience of this new breed. It's quite exciting.
The people in New York didn't think it was exciting when I started making lava burst out of the ground.
You never know what the future may hold. In the meantime, it would be my...
That's evolution.
Very good.
The people in New York didn't think it was exciting when I started making lava burst out of the ground. I bet my friend Mandy will never talk to me again.
You never know what the future may hold. In the meantime, you have new friends, Allison. A whole mansion full of mutants who know exactly what you're going through.
Thanks for the talk, Beast.
My pleasure, Allison. Feel free to drop by any time. Perhaps we could discuss Darwinism in greater detail.
This is ever so much fun.
Hello again.
Talk to you later, Forge.
Anytime.
Attention, X-Men. Meet me in the war room immediately. With the aid of Cerebro, I've learned the Brotherhood is en route to Alaska. It appears their destination is the facility for the High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, also known simply as HARP.
What would the Brotherhood want at HARP? All that facility does is study the ionosphere.
That, Cyclops, is what you must discover. The Brotherhood has become extremely active since their attack on Allison, which can only mean something sinister is in the offing. And whatever their plan, we must thwart it before they can set back the cause of human-mutant relations.
The HARP facility, eh? This will be an excellent opportunity to test the new cloaking device I've installed on the X-Jet. It should render us completely undetectable to radar.
Excellent, Beast. You have your mission, X-Men. Godspeed.
Dude. Oh, I'm having a smashing good time.
I'm right.
Time you freaks learn a lesson.
having a smashing good time.
Yes. Well, if you say so.
I'm right here.
Oh, I'm having a smashing good time.
You know what you're doing. Well, if you say so.
We've only just begun. Let's see what you got.
That was so much fun.
Well, if you say so. This is where I belong.
Time you freaks learned a lesson.
Time to bring the hammer down.
This should be most invigorating.
Yes.
Let's see what you got. I'm right here. Bad beauty. Come on, you mindless freak. I'll rip your lungs out.
This is ever so much fun.
I'm right here.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, I'm having a smashing good time.
Where were we?
This is ever so much fun.
This won't take long.
Well, if you say so.
Let's see what you got.
Time to bring the hammer down.
Think you're bad, beauty?
This is ever so much fun.
Well, if you say so.
You're going down.
Almost got to full strength.
This should be most invigorating.
Think you're bad, Mutie?
This shouldn't take too long.
Well, if you say so.
This shouldn't take too long.
This should be most invigorating.
Well, if you say so.
This shouldn't take too long.
Oh, I'm having a smashing good time.
This shouldn't take too long.
You're going down.
Time to bring the hammer down.
You wanted this fight? Now you got it. Dead man crawling. Everything old becomes new.
This is ever so much fun.
Well, if you say so. Well, if you say so.
It had to come down to this.
This should be necessary.
Dead man crawling!
Combo!
You say so.
This shouldn't take too long. This shouldn't take too long.
Well, if you say so.
Think you're bad, Mutie?
Combo!
You freaks learned a lesson.
I am not a mouse.
Who are you people? You're not supposed to be here. You X-Men are traitors to your own species.
And I'll see to it you don't get another chance.
Bloody well said, Mystique. Those ex-gits always nose us up when they should be helping us. Let's wipe them out before the Sentinels get us all, eh?
Pyro! Destroy them!
I will annihilate you!
A mouse.
This should be most invigorating.
I'm right here.
I'm ready.
You are destined to lose, X-Men! I will annihilate you!
I'm ready.
We've only just begun.
I will annihilate you! You are destined to lose, X-Men! This isn't over.
Slow and stupid.
You are destined to lose, X-Men! I will annihilate you!
Come back here, you twits! Bloody hell. That's the third flipping time this month.
Yes.
Well for you.
Ain't you bad, Mutie?
This should be most invigorating.
Just... What a sad little display. What?
Learned a lesson.
I'm right here.
This should be most invigorating.
Still a fight.
Medic!
We've only just begun.
Think you're bad, Mutie?
Fine bunch of superheroes you are, eh? The entire lot of you knocking on me. That's oddly fair. Oh, should I bleeding now? I can't even give them to give me a lift. Sentinels? I don't recall saying any such thing. You're hallucinating, you are. I swear on the grave of me Aunt Beatrice, I don't know nothing about no sentinels. No need getting rough on me. I was just having a little fun, I was. Okay, look, Mystique wanted a location that was stored on the computers here. I don't know, honest. But now that they've got it, Mystique was saying the day of reckoning's coming soon. Not rightly sure what that means, but I bet you ain't gonna like it. Well, if I knew, he wouldn't be anonymous, now would he? Here now, I'd be far more likely to talk if you were to be nice to me.
It's been 2 days now since I came to the Institute. I still haven't decided whether I want to stay or not. But Bobby Drake sure makes it seem awfully inviting. It was exciting hearing about the X-Men's adventures at the HARP facility in Alaska. Part of me wishes I could have gone with them. I guess I'm getting caught up in all this X-Men superhero business.
Hello, Allison. You're looking most excellent today. But then you look most excellent every day.
Can you tell me anything more about the X-Men's trip to the HARP facility?
Yeah, I guess there was a lot of equipment at the facility that had nothing to do with studying the Aurora Borealis.
So if they aren't studying the sky, what are they doing?
Professor X thinks the government might be using it as a high-tech headquarters for storing sensitive information. Stuff they don't want regular people to know about. You know, things like Area 51, the man on the grassy knoll, old disco songs from the 70s.
Who is that Toad guy they brought back?
Toad? He's a member of the Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood? Is he dangerous?
Only to himself. The Brotherhood treats him like a court jester, always playing tricks on him. Why he puts up with all their abuse is beyond me.
I heard someone say Toad mentioned sentinels. What's a sentinel?
They're mutant hunting machines. But the government shut that program down years ago. I'm sure Toad's just talking smack.
See you later, Bobby.
See you later, beautiful.
Hello there. I really need to come around more often. There are too many unfamiliar faces. You are...
Allison Crestmere. I just came to the school a few days ago. Who are you?
I'm Warren Worthington III, but that's kinda long and boring, so most people just call me Angel.
Hey, I've heard of you. You're the head of Worthington Industries.
Yes, that's me. But it's just my day job.
All the magazines say you're really rich.
Well, I do have a little cash set aside for a rainy day. And a villa or two in France.
Those wings are cool.
Thanks. They caused me no end of concern when they first appeared during my teenage years.
I can't imagine what it would be like having to deal with those.
At first, I hid my wings by wearing a special harness beneath my clothes, but eventually I realized there was no hiding it. I have wings. I can fly.
I'll see you later, Angel.
See you later, Allison.
Hey, you're that new girl everyone's talking about. What's your name again?
I'm Allison Crestmere. I got here just a few days ago.
Right. Good to meet you, Allison.
And you are?
The name's Jubilation Lee, but everyone around here calls me Jubilee.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, well, I wanted to be called Rogue, but that code name was already taken.
Really?
No, not really.
Where are you from?
I was born in Beverly Hills, California. Then my parents died, so I spent some time at a juvie hall in LA. But I had a lot of run-ins with the management, so I took off and lived in a Hollywood mall.
That must have been terrible.
Yeah, it was kind of a rough time. But the mall was cool. I mean, you know, I swiped whatever I needed. And I got real good at keeping 2 steps ahead of those lame-o security guards. Then the mall went and hired a bunch of mutant hunters to track me down. Luckily, Storm, Psylocke, Rogue, and Dazzler were shopping there that day.
So you're a mutant?
Nah, I'm the gardener.
Oh, my mistake. You look like a student.
Jeez, Allison, you'll believe anything, won't you?
Hey, I'm new here. I don't know anybody.
Okay, cool your jets. I'm just playing with you. Of course I'm a mutant.
What's your mutant power?
I generate this really bright energy from my hands. It's great for temporarily blinding people. And what's even cooler is, I can make it explode.
No way.
Yep, I call them fireworks. So, what's your mutant power?
I can make people's heads explode.
Oh, wow. Really?
No, not really.
Oh, good one. Yeah, looks like you and me are gonna get along just fine.
I'll see you later, Jubilee.
See you around, Allison.
Guten Tag, Fräulein Crestmere. 1,000 pardons. I did not mean to scare you.
Who are you?
My name is Kurt Wagner, but normally I use the name Nightcrawler.
That's a very cool name.
Danke. That was my performing name when I was a famous acrobat, known all over Germany. Perhaps you have heard of me?
No, I can't say that I have.
Pity. I do so love the spotlight. But perhaps what I loved the most was people's assumption that I was just a regular human, dressed in a devil's costume.
That trick of yours is pretty neat. How does it work?
It is teleportation. At first I could only teleport a few meters, but the more I practice, the farther I can transport.
Wow. You can travel anywhere?
Almost. I must be able to see the place I am teleporting to. Otherwise I might appear in a wall or tree, which would be most disagreeable.
Could you tell me about the Sentinels?
Sentinels are pure evil in mechanized form. For a time, the government funded a program that built those mutant-killing machines.
How do Sentinels work?
They are programmed to scan for mutant DNA and then kill any and all mutants. Their shielding and weapons were built to withstand all but the most powerful attacks. I have battled them before, but God protect me should I ever have to again.
What's it like fighting a Sentinel?
It is terrible. I remember one battle in particular. The X-Men were summoned to New York to help a friend in trouble.
You've mentioned God several times. It seems kinda odd that you look like you do, and yet you're religious.
Yeah, I have heard that many times. But my belief in God is my greatest strength. For you see, muscle may be able to move mountains, but faith can lift an entire civilization.
Bye, Nightcrawler.
Auf Wiedersehen, Allison.
Where's Remy? He said he'd be here.
I don't like this. Something ain't right.
Wolverine, how can you live being so suspicious of everything and everyone?
The only reason I'm still living's because I am so suspicious.
Mutant DNA identified. Activate primary objective. Destroy mutant subjects.
Look out! It's a trap!
Extreme combo!
We've only just begun.
You know what you're doing. This should be most invigorating.
Yes. Not too shabby, is it?
This body getting bigger, stronger.
This is where I belong.
We've only just begun. Slow. Still rendered inoperative.
Hello, little girl. Come to talk to Toad, have you?
I don't know if I should.
Come now, dearie. Surely you're not frightened of poor old Toad.
No, I'm not afraid of you. Is Toad really your name?
No, my real name's Mortimer Toynbee, but they call me Toad because of how I look. Say, would you mind letting me out of here for a few ticks? Just to stretch my legs?
Not if you gave me $1 million.
Oh, come on now. I promise to be good.
Why do you put up with all that abuse from the Brotherhood?
You see, the Brotherhood took me in when no one else would. They're me family, and I'm sticking with them. No matter how many times the sods ditch me.
But you could leave the Brotherhood, and maybe even join the X-Men.
Me? An X-Man? That'll happen the day the devil needs a snow shovel. Huh. So, how's about opening this cell? It's mighty cramped in here.
There's no way I'm letting you out. What does the Brotherhood want with me?
I wish I could tell you, love, but I don't know nothing. Cross me heart and hope to die.
You know, if you give me some information, I'd speak to Professor Xavier about letting you out of there for a little bit.
Oh, in that case, Mystique wanted you as part of some plan of hers. And when she couldn't snatch you away, she was plenty mad. Well, that's all I really know.
I'm leaving. I'm sure there's something else I should be doing.
Do talk to the professor. See if he can find it in his heart to let poor old Toad go free.
Allison, I didn't mean to spy on you, but surveillance cameras showed you were talking with Toad.
I didn't mean to do anything wrong. Should I not talk to Toad?
I suppose it's okay. But you have to be very careful. Toad can be sneaky when the mood suits him.
Yeah, he seems to think he can talk me into letting him out of the brig.
I said he was sneaky, not bright.
Who was that woman who tried to kidnap me in New York City?
Her name is Raven Darkholm, but she currently calls herself Mystique. She's a very talented shapeshifter and can assume the form of anyone she sees. For all I know, right now, you could be Mystique in disguise. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure you're you.
Is she in charge of the Brotherhood?
She's really more of a second in command. But for the past few years, yeah, she's been in control.
Why did Mystique come after me?
Professor Xavier is convinced that Mystique and the Brotherhood are up to no good. The problem is, all we can do is wait until the Brotherhood tips their hand.
But what use could I be to them?
We don't know. But you must have been a very important piece of the plan for Mystique to attempt to kidnap you in broad daylight.
Thanks for the info, Cyclops.
Anytime, Allison.
No.
Hello, Allison. I was hoping to see you today.
Hi, Professor Xavier.
How are you?
I'm not sure. Being able to generate lava kind of freaks me out.
That's understandable.
I wanted to let you know that I've decided. I'd like to become a student at your school.
That's excellent news, Allison. You've made a very wise choice.
Thank you, sir. The Institute does seem to be the best place for me, at least for now.
Now that you're a student, I'd like very much to test your mutant abilities.
Test my abilities? You mean in the danger room?
Yes, if you don't mind.
But what if I fail?
There is no grade for this test. It's merely a means to measure the full extent of your powers. That way we'll know better how to deal with your particular needs.
Okay. I'll try. But don't expect much.
Don't worry, Allison. Just do your best.
Where is he now?
Not too shabby, is it?
We won! We beat them!
What?
Extreme combo! Combo!
I win!
Extreme combo!
We're getting some interesting readings on your powers. I'll show you after the test. While this is only an exercise, you are in a minimal amount of jeopardy.
Yes.
How can I help? dude.
That was simply smashing.
This is where I belong.
Time to bring the hammer down.
That was simply smashing.
The kid's got potential.
Indeed.
Professor, the safety protocols are failing.
I'm getting her out of there.
Wait.
Stop! Stop!
What just happened?
Am I in trouble?
Not at all, my child. Scott?
Professor, I haven't seen energy readings like this since...
The Phoenix. Are you all right, Allison?
I'm fine, Professor Xavier. And I'm really sorry about destroying the danger room. I don't know what happened. I just sort of lost control.
Not to worry. This type of thing happens all the time. Besides, I think it gives Beast an excuse to make modifications to the equipment.
Well, I've had enough. I'm never setting foot in the danger room again.
I understand this was a very trying experience, but at some point you must try again. It's the only way you'll learn to master your powers.
But I won't need to learn about my powers if I never use them again.
That wouldn't be a wise course of action. I encourage you to take some time off and rest. When you feel better, come back to the danger room and try again.
I don't know, Professor Xavier. Let me think about it.
Hi, Allison. Everything all right?
Thanks for the...
Anytime.
Greetings and salutations, Allison.
Did anyone tell you what I did in the danger room?
My dear, I heard the explosions through the soundproof walls of this laboratory. Even Wolverine never managed to accomplish that feat.
I tried to apologize to Professor Xavier for all the damage.
Not to worry. The danger room is always suffering one type of catastrophe or another. Besides, this will give me an excuse to replace the protonic inducers and realign the holographic image projectors. It's always a pleasure to see you again, Allison.
These powers I have, they scare me.
Every X-Man felt that way initially. Some of us are still struggling for control.
Don't kid me. I can see it's all a breeze to you guys. You don't have any problems.
I beg to differ. Rogue will never know the touch of another person. Cyclops will be forever cursed to wear his visor. And then there's Jean Grey.
What about Jean Grey?
In times of extreme duress, Jean has the potential to be overwhelmed by the sheer amount of power she wields. And when that happens, her personality is altered. She unlocks a malevolent entity known as the Phoenix.
That sounds horrible.
I am not cognizant of a word to describe just how horrible it is.
Are the X-Men always jetting off to stop trouble, like they did for me today?
No, but there are times when trouble seeks us out, right here at the mansion. I remember a time when a certain brute named Juggernaut paid us a visit. It was less than sociable.
What happened?
Juggernaut's mind was set on murder that day. The murder of his brother.
Thanks for talking to me, Beast.
It's been a pleasure, my dear.
Where's Xavier? Where's my half-brother? Tell that runt Kane Marcos come home to bring the pain!
By my stars and garters, Juggernaut appears quite perturbed.
Where's the professor?
In the sub-basement, but we have to make sure Juggernaut doesn't make it that far.
Super combo!
Hey, give me back my helmet. It's the only thing that keeps me safe from psychic mutants.
this is always so much
I'm out wherever you are.